Welcome, beloved, to our series Living the Tarot here at Grounded Oracles, and we are continuing to card number 10, in which we will meditate on this major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune, which is next in our Fool's Journey or Hero's Journey, and it comes after the Hermit. So last week in meditation, it's a lot about introspection, reflection, taking time out. And then the Fool moves on to the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm going to read several different descriptions, maybe jump in and give some of my interpretation. But in reality, this is about what comes up for you, beloved, and how you interpret this. This is your life. So you are in charge. Okay. So after the Hermit, the Fool realizes that the Wheel of Fortune means things will happen exactly when they're meant to, and that we're all subject to fate. This can be good or bad depending on which way the wheel turns. However, he also knows that the universe will bring balance to every action, and there will always be justice, which is next week's card. So, after a period of introspection as the Hermit, the Fool begins to see how everything connects. He has a vision of the intricate design and cycles that make up the world. This card is a symbol of how the universe works in harmony. The Fool may briefly grasp some of the answers he has been seeking as life experiences come to him. Some of these events may seem like chance or fate, and he may start to see his destiny as he is led to this turning point in his life. After much soul searching, he is ready to start moving again now that he sees himself as much as he sees himself as part of a much bigger plan. He can gain a new appreciation for connectivity between everything and a greater understanding of his purpose. Unexpected events can occur, and they are completely out of his control. So the Wheel of Fortune is a fire sign, right? It is number 10, which is what number of completion of the cycle means: kismet, destiny, serendipity, turning point. So a wheel appears in the heavens, reminiscent of a mandala or seal. The outer circle displays the Hebrew letters translated to Yahweh. For Yahweh, the letters clockwise read rota, Latin for wheel, or is that Terra or Torah, if the letters are read counterclockwise. The center circle is quartered into quadrants. The top shows the alchemic symbol for Mercury. The right is the symbol for sulfur, the bottom is the symbol for water, and the left is the symbol for salt. At the center of the wheel, symbolizing Dharma, a demon creature with a human body and jackal heads, reminiscent of Anubis, god of the afterlife, supports the wheel. A yellow snake slithers to its side. At the crown of the wheel is a sphinx with a sword. The Wheel of Fortune is a karma card. It can represent a turning point in the seeker's life. Movement is coming. What goes up will come down. What hits bottom will bounce up. Forces are in motion. There may be a turn of luck. The card could represent a force majeure coming into the seeker's life. A quote unquote act of God, chance occurrence, unavoidable accident, or matter beyond the seeker's control may happen and affect the outcome of the event. Many interpret the Wheel of Fortune card to represent fate, destiny, and kismet. Generally, upright, the card suggests that the seeker's life is going with the flow of the wheel. In reverse, it suggests that the seeker is going against it. Upright, the card confirms that the seeker is aligned with the Dharma. In reverse, there is misalignment. The wheel depicted in the card is also reminiscent of the mathematical concept of the human circle or the unit circle. The unit circle can further be expressed with periodic functions such as sine, cosine, revealing the philosophy of oscillations between zeniths, nadirs, highs, and lows. The wheel here is the mandala of the tarot, encompassing the whole of the teachings in the major arcana. The High Priestess, when the letters are read counterclockwise, consider the significance of the left-right symbol here, where it says Torah. Wheel of Fortune can also be foreshadowing that history will repeat itself. The serpent depicted on the card credence to this interpretation, suggesting the moral choice humanity faces time and time again, not unlike the primordial choice. The wheel symbolism also suggests samara, the Buddhist and Hindu concept of the endless cycle of birth and death. the existential suffering that can only be ended by divine knowledge or spiritual ascension. In practical application for a reading, the card may indicate to the seeker that the past will become the future and there could be a sense of deja vu. The element of fire governs this card, and attributions associated with fire will represent the external forces at play in the seeker situation. It is yang energy is dominant. Okay. If the Wheel of Fortune card makes itself known in a reading, depending on the cards around it in the reader, it could indicate uncertainty abounds. History seems to be repeating itself. Be careful, otherwise, strong chance of prosperity between the two lovers. If this card appears in a professional development reading, it could indicate seeker will have a turn of luck. There will be a turning point in the seeker's situation. So, beloved, how do you see these images on this card? And do you believe in fate, right? How do you see fate turning for you? And if we're going to indicate that tarot cards are neither good nor bad, they just are. But this is saying in some interpretations that, good or bad things can happen. And of course, that is entirely in the eyes of you, right? The seeker or the interpreter, as you will be interpreting this card for yourself. There's lots of layers to this, and a lot might come up for you imagery wise, right? Like a compass, like things being so out of control, it can make your head spin. Does that seem overwhelming to you, right? When you get this card, what's the first feeling you get? Is it feeling in the pit of your stomach, or is it hopeful? And how do you see yourself in the bigger picture of life, right? When that wheel turns, when it's time for change, which change is constant. So how do you see this card showing up in your life, beloved? And again, what does the imagery make you feel? 10, or completion as well. This is a major energy. How do you feel when you hear that the word Torah could be in this card, right? Or tarot. Well, beloved, I hope that you will take some effort here and maybe put this on your wallpaper on your phone so you can meditate on it. Put it under your pillow and meditate on it before you go to bed and see what comes up for you overnight or in the morning. How do you see this energy playing out for you? Okay, beloved, I hope you have a fabulous week meditating on this card. Feel free to drop comments as to what comes up for you, how you interpret this. It's neither right or wrong, right? All right, beloved, I hope you have a fabulous week and stay grounded.